got both of these people's support systems right next to each other, so we'll see who's louder.
Oh, it's so loud back here.
Just a reminder, this is for the lightweight title. All title fights, 5 rounds instead of the traditional 3.
You know, with Ian being a little bit lighter, he may be a little bit quicker than Igor, so we'll see if that's going to help avoid some of those heavy punches from Igor.
He's either going to have to get in the pocket of Igor and trade.
That was a beautiful right hand from Ian. Looked like it actually stunned Igor a little bit.
Yeah, good striking, but good
Another
countering
right
there
hand
by Igor.
Yeah, Ian is very quick on his feet.
Igor switching stances a little bit.
Good slip by Ian.
Oh, great counter there. And Tally, as a fighter in this situation, how important are these first minute of this fight for him?
It's extremely important. Like I said, it can be a little scary with going against someone so much bigger, so you don't want to get in there and just get these heavy punches. You want to establish your range, keep moving, make Igor chase you, and kind of tire him out a little bit.
And that's exactly what I see Ian doing right now. Sometimes the bigger fighter doesn't always have the powerful punches.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just because he's bigger doesn't mean he hits harder.
Absolutely.
And we also know that, you know, placement is everything, right?
Yes. Ian looks like he's touched. He's got touched up a little bit.
Well, Igor doing a great job of backing Ian up, but then Ian just ducks under for a great takedown and moves into a side control position.
We've seen that a couple times tonight. Perfect timing under the left hand to get straight into that double leg and takes him down every time.
And if Igor holds himself like this, he might tire his arms out.
Well, and okay, and now it's out because at a certain point you got to worry about a Von Flue as well.
Good side.
Great scramble, great scramble by Ian, but a very good transition back into the closed guard by Igor.
And again, it can be a little bit easier for Ian, being the smaller fighter. They can stay on top and just kind of ride on top of Igor. Yeah, surf on top. But he definitely doesn't want Igor on top of him because he can use his weight to kind of tire him out and just stay heavy on him.
And Ian's doing a really good job at like sinking into those hips now.
Nice step over.
Yeah, very good step over into that half guard. Good cross face, and we got 10 seconds left in the very first round here.
Again, with those 10 seconds left, kind of just get those points, throw some punches in. Nice. That probably felt really good for Ian to finish on top.
Absolutely. So a pretty back and forth round, but it ends with Ian Hibbs, the 17-year-old, on top.
Now, Craig Campbell looks to be telling Ian to be taking nice, big, deep breaths. He got through the first round with Igor, and now Igor's taking some pretty deep breaths. At first, when he went to his corner, I didn't see him really.
He's breathing out of his mouth. He's taking some big breaths in there.
Good breaths, yeah.
So if I'm Igor right now, what do we think his coaches are telling him in the corner?
You know, I think he needs to be a little bit quicker, keep that movement. Don't rely on those heavy punches to finish him. He knows now, you know what, this is going to be a fight. Ian's coming out ready to go, so he's going to have to stay and keep a pace with it.
Ian is smaller but faster.
Yes.
And so it's hard to hit a target that's moving so fast like Ian, and he's very slick with getting out of that range.
That being said, he is also less experienced, and we saw a couple times where Igor rushed him down with some volume that Ian didn't seem to like that too much. And a nice body shot lands from Igor, but Ian does a great job of transitioning into the back, and now working to drop down for a double leg
slam. Nice slam. Oh, that was good. Right in the corner now.
And a great slam by Ian Hibbs to take top control over Igor Vladomirovich here in the second round.
Look looking at
Ian
a
Hibbs
little
calling
bit of
for
an eye poke.
And in my
Yes.
opinion, it looked like it was there. It looked pretty blatant to me.
That was an eye poke.
It looked like there were a couple of them too.
It was a palm over the mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say that can be kind of hard because Igor was trying to get some space to stand up, but you're doing that open-handed, so it can slip in.
And you can
There it
see it
is.
right there.
Oh,
It's good to push on the head like that, but of course you do got to be careful, very careful of fingers.
So what will be interesting now is what position do they put them back in?
Well, an eye poke is now, and Igor is flipping the crowd off over here. So an eye poke, regulation series-wise, is now considered just as bad as a groin shot. So you can get 5 minutes, or...
But when that eye poke occurred, and from the replay we see he got one in both eyes.
Yeah.
Actually, but when they resume, are they going to put Ian back on top? Are they going to put them back down on the ground? Are they going to start from a neutral position? Because, in my opinion, Ian Hibbs was in the dominant position and would not have lost it if it wasn't for that foul.
Right. No, I agree.
And it looks like they are going to start them off standing.
Our ref is going to answer your question. It's a matter of questioning how severe the eye pokes were.
Oh, and a big right hand.
Ian is doing a great job with that right hand, straight down the middle every time, and it is stopping Igor in his place.
And you can see right now, Igor trying to use his size to kind of sprawl against Hibbs, keep that takedown from happening. Igor just misses, a little bit out of range.
Igor is getting a little desperate now, leaning forward into
right
those
hand
shots.
again.
Good head movement there by both fighters.
Yeah, Igor's doing really well where he's actually kicking first and then finishing with those punches.
I know someone else that likes to use that technique.
It works, it really does.
And again, if I'm Igor, I want more of that. If I'm his corner, I'm telling him, let's get some more volume on him. Let's push him backwards and make him fight off his back foot. Oh, but a great slip under to get the takedown.
Perfect timing.
We've seen a lot of that tonight across all the fights, is fighters using that head movement into takedowns.
And with only 45 seconds to go.
Which is actually really nice.
Igor's getting a little, all right, I'm going to call it out. Igor's getting a little dirty over here.
He will have to be very careful with all of those open hands.
He does.
Fingers away from orifice. Orifices.
It's very, look, it is hard when someone is, now
he's punching open-handed as well.
Ian is getting over on Igor on a few of these exchanges, and it's really getting to Igor's
And you can see it's frustrating.
It's very frustrating, and hey.
So 5 seconds left in the second round.
Unexpected as well. You know, I think Igor was expecting to come out and bully Ian, and to now be on such a defensive, state.
And just a reminder to everyone at home, the clock you see on the TV is unofficial. So for anyone wondering why there was a little bit of a differentiation, the commission does keep the official time. Now, for the second round in a row, Ian Hibbs ends on top.
Peppering shots and building up those points.
And passing.
And again, we have 5 rounds. So I think it's really nice that Ian is getting those takedowns right at the end of the round. So he now has a minute to kind of gather himself. It's not like spending the whole round trying to hold down such a big guy.
So, again, Ian Hibbs looks very relaxed in there. He's still, he has his breath under control.
He's standing. He is ready.
Yep, whereas Igor Vladomirovich, not breathing as hard as it looked like he was last round. Maybe that break from the eye poke plays a factor into that, but, again, it'll be interesting to see how this fight goes as we near the halfway point.
I'm curious to see the adjustments that Igor's corner has given him.
Again, because Igor has been dangerous multiple times in this fight.
Very much so.
Ooh, again, that right hand is really connecting for Hibbs.
really good circling out there, displaying
I
by
do
Ian.
notice Igor seems to be a little heavy.
Look at the sprawl by
Vladomirovich
Ian.
shoots in for a takedown, but it's sprawled and defended by Hibbs, and now he has cage control. Vladomirovich spins it around.
Again, able to use his weight. Beautiful.
Hibbs takes the back of
That
Beautiful
little
hip
drip,
drop.
little
Yeah,
outside
I love it.
drip action.
that was Slick Rick, boys. Slick
Little
Rick.
Yoshihiro Akiyama action, and here we go for a rear naked choke. Now, he
Igor's
does not have his legs set. He only has one hook in.
And it's kind of nice for Igor. He's in his corner, so he's
Yep.
able to hear his coaches clearly and get that advice of what he needs to do.
Well, we saw Igor do that as Hibbs kind of had his feet. He pulled himself towards the corner so he could, one, use the fence, and two,
Nice
be with
using
his
those
coaches.
knees.
Igor doing a good job of sending body shots against Hibbs. Because the thing about those body shots is they open up the head shots in a lot of cases. Good shoulder pressure here against the cage.
Yeah, I think this is where Igor wants to be because, again, he can use his weight to hold Ian against the cage. Oh.
Well, Ian had a gable grip on a single leg, but isn't able to do it. And Dean goes for that little...
Tried the judo throw again.
Hibbs goes for that inside grip again, but it's not there this time.
The open stance there before with Ian is so solid. You can see the chain wrestling reactions
single
from
leg
Ian
dump.
Hibbs.
And there's that, and now he tries to set up a head and arm choke, but he's not going to have room because
The
of the
cage.
cage.
Yeah, the cage is in the way.
Which is a shame because Hibbs in a very good position for that initially.
And again, we're here at 45 seconds on our clock. Hibbs on top, Igor on bottom.
Right, we are past halfway of this fight.
It's always interesting as the opponent in your opponent's corner because you're listening to their coaches and you're seeing what he wants to do. That's where it's really good to have those code words and kind of code phrases so your opponent doesn't know exactly what you're trying to do, what the coaches are telling you to do.
In the words of Joshua Fabia, I need that Tyson. And again, 10 seconds left in the third round here. Hibbs looks pretty happy to be in that.
Nice ground and pound.
Couple nice hammer fists to the face of Igor Vladomirovich. And again, for the third round in a row, Ian Hibbs, 17 years old, ends on top.
Wow, and he is just walking off. He's got this in the bag, I think, and he knows it.
Now,
He has to, we've seen plenty of fights because there's still 2 more rounds. He has to either coast or finish.
and again, even if any of these guys' fights have gone the distance in the past, neither guy has been here before.
Absolutely.
Neither guy has been to a 4th round before. Neither guy has been to a 5th round before. So it'd be interesting to see how they take that. Vladomirovich does look like he's breathing heavier again this round. So I think that eye poke in the 2nd round definitely helped the cardio a little bit.
And again, Ian is keeping such composure. You can tell he knows what he's doing. He feels very comfortable in there, and I think after every round, he's getting more and more confident that he can be in here with the big boys.
And our officials.
Championship rounds, let's see.
Championship rounds. Saw Vladomirovich getting wiped down by the official there. Probably saw some jelly that got where it wasn't supposed to be. And now we start the 4th round.
This has been a very technical fight.
But see, that is what Igor needs to keep doing. That's what we need more of. And a great transition again by Hibbs.
Got a little high, shaking off the top.
Yep.
It's hard in these last couple rounds because you're slippery, so I think he was able to just slip right out of that.
Hibbs again.
Looks like really heavy shoulder pressure there. Look at him getting at the body, just doing some peppering shots.
The wrestling and the jiu-jitsu transitions from Ian Hibbs have been unbelievably impressive.
Absolutely.
And I owe him a public apology for calling him a white belt earlier.
He's like, let me show you Remington steel. Wow.
So Hibbs on top, working from half guard. Vladomirovich looking to get his friends in.
And And Hibbs is very active on top. It's something that you don't really often see with amateur fighters. Look at the chain reactions to moving from wrestling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, jiu-jitsu.
Well, and it's, again, all those passings, chaining them together.
Igor is up.
Amazing.
He took that little relief of pressure and was able to just pop right on up.
And that's where the weight definitely makes a difference.
Hibbs drops down to a single leg. Hasn't fully finished it yet, and now he has. Vladomirovich shifts into that closed guard.
And I do like those little palm strikes. I think they are very effective.
Well, they can build over time.
For sure. Well, and it's little things like that, right? Like, if my opponent's launching offense, it makes it a little bit difficult for me to launch my offense as well.
Yes.
Right?
Back of the head.
And getting those palm strikes to your ear can be very annoying, and they do hurt.
Absolutely. So, 1 minute left in the fourth round. Vladomirovich looks like he was trying to set up some kind of shoulder lock there, but that goes by the wayside. So, Hibbs still in the closed guard, looking to posture up. Vladomirovich looked like he was trying to set up an arm bar as Hibbs tried to posture up, but he uses that opportunity to pass.
This has been a very technical fight to the fact where Ian will go wherever Igor wants to go, but also dictate the ground exchanges, and is really good at slipping and staying out of range of Igor on the feet.
Well, he's responding when he has to, and he's dictating when he can.
Oh.
And 10 seconds left in this fourth round.
Wow.
As Hibbs looks to lock in a rear naked choke. He has Vladomirovich flattened out, but will there be time? Will there be time? And so for the fourth round in a row, Ian Hibbs ends on top, and arguably Igor Vladomirovich, a man twice his age, is potentially saved by the bell.
Getting hot, getting cold.
Looking back at the replays here, there's that great sprawl into the takedown. And we see Ian working from that kind of half quarter guard type position. What do you think's been the difference so far here, Tally?
I think, like I said, Igor was expecting to come out and bully this kid.
Absolutely.
And I think Ian has just been a little too quick. And he's been extremely technical.
Ian has a lot of colors in his crayon box. He's got a variety of shades.
Absolutely. So, we enter the fifth and final round, and I think it's pretty safe to say Igor Vladomirovich needs a finish.
He does, but you know, he's still in the fight.
He is absolutely still in this fight.
He just stood there, took a deep breath. Mentally, he is still in the fight. He is going to try.
Great jab jab there. But again, as Vladomirovich tries to walk the young fighter backwards.
And Ian needs to coast.
This is the time to play it safe.
Or finish.
Oh my
gosh.
Wow, that was a perfect defense from Igor. Just slipped right under that head kick.
Athleticism from both men at its finest. And I think it's safe to say, regardless of your age, you take a fight 20 pounds heavier on 12 hours notice, you're a man now. And again, Vladomirovich being warned by the official. I didn't quite see what this one was. Let's see if we can kind of listen in a little bit to this conversation.
To the groin. Knee to the groin.
Knee to the groin.
Yeah.
So, Ian Hibbs taking his time. Now, the only thing about this, Ian Hibbs did look like the fresher fighter, and we look back at this potential foul right here. So, 2 minutes left. in this 5th and final round.
You know, and I think for both of these guys, they were preparing for completely different fighters.
Oh, absolutely.
So to have to, on the fly, create a new game plan and go in there without really having a chance to study these fighters or spar with their training partners that are similar is very hard to do.
Absolutely.
And this just shows how versatile they are as fighters, both of them.
Hibbs looking a little bit gassed
Yeah,
now.
that was a good combo from Igor that he was able to keep him on the cage with that slipping little uppercut.
Yep. And so halfway through this 5th and final round, as Ian Hibbs' father yells for him to punch Igor in the face. Hibbs drops that for a single leg, and he's going to get the takedown, transition to a back take.
Igor
Oh, a
rolling
great
out of
roll
that.
out from that, a great Grammy roll, but Hibbs is hot to it. As he
Again,
looks,
he's got
one hook in,
minute.
one hook in, 2 hooks in. Transitions to that seatbelt position now. And he's going to want to look to use that left hand, but Igor doing a good job from striking.
Oh.
And that is on the jaw.
Love the audience. Very close.
So 30 seconds left in this 5th and final round. Ian Hibbs looking to finish this fight, not leave any doubt.
You know, Igor's done a great job of defending all of these submission attempts.
Wow.
If I'm Ian Hibbs right now, I am very happy here. I do
he's just
not want to
riding
stand
the
up
back.
under any circumstances. Less than 10 seconds to go on the official clock. As Hibbs transitions for another rear naked choke
That's
attempt.
very uncomfortable with that neck getting cranked like that.
And so we go to the final judges' scorecards, but it looks from here that 17-year-old Ian Hibbs on 12 hours notice, stepping up 2 weight classes, just won the peak amateur lightweight belt in his 2nd career fight.
I am so beyond impressed right now.
That is, Talia, that's what you said earlier about taking chances, like taking what
Absolutely.
is presented to yourself. And Ian Hibbs displayed a perfect effort tonight.
And he really
that
displayed
performance.
himself as a professional fighter. I
100%.
would have expected him to be a professional fighter. I think that was amazing performance to put on in your amateur career.
And to see a few things happen, an eye poke, a almost fish hook, a groin shot. His mentality, his mental stability was solid.
Shook it all off.
Solid.
Absolutely.
That kind of comes into play with being young. I don't know if you can but you know how like nothing phases you when you're
right?
when you're young, nothing ever worries you. And here's our official decision.
And your new PFC lightweight champion in the blue corner from Texarkana, Ian Hibbs.